Let's start chapter 9. My brother, my brother. Sher Singh was a brave boy who did not know fear. Read and find out how he takes his little brother to the hospital and saves his life. How proud his parents must have been. Sher Singh's little brother lay in the hut with a pain in his stomach that was getting worse. Sher Singh himself was only about 12 years old, small and cheerful, a child of the jungle. His brother was several years younger. I will wring out rags in boiling water and lay them on his stomach, said his mother. She did not weep. She had lived through everything over and over again. The steaming rags did not help. After a while, Sher Singh's mother said he must be carried to the hospital at Kalaghat. Then Sher Singh thought that his brother was dying. All jungle people somehow think that the hospital is the last resort of the doomed. I will run for my father, he cried. It may be days before you find him. Sher Singh's father was away in the jungle with a photographic expedition. All the men of Ladwani village too were the expedition as beaters. Sher Singh looked at his younger brother and saw that he was in great pain. Kalaghat was at least 50 miles away, but Sher Singh hoped that if he could get through the jungle and cross the two rivers in between, he might get a lift in a bullock cart or perhaps even a broken down truck for the last part of his journey. Sher Singh walked along carrying his brother on his back. He walked through the jungle. Night fell. The sky became purple black. It blazed with stars. Sher Singh had good eyes. He could still see. Presently the moon rose. The sight of bare tracks in the dust, that square front paw, and long back one, with the shaggy claws made him glance round uneasily. On a cliff above a river bed, Sher Singh knew he could go no further without rest. Sweat was running off his shaking flesh. He sat Kunwar down gently against a tree. It was then that he heard the jostle and squeal of elephants. Below him on the river bed, the elephants travelled. He could see the cows and the babies and one great old tusker. He was playing his trunk to and fro to learn whatever the breeze could tell him. And suddenly he hesitated. The trunk came round towards the boys. Sher Singh chilled with fright. With Kunwar to carry, he could neither climb nor run. The tusker snorted, trumpeted, shook his head. Suddenly he hurried on angrily up the river bed, and all the herd went with him. They disappeared. Sher Singh breathed one more prayer of thanks this time, and got ready to move with Kunwar on his back once again. He scrambled down in the river bed. He stepped into the river. The water was cold and deep. Thank goodness, there was a bridge at the second river. It was a flimsy thing made of bamboo poles, stones, thick grass, and the river gravel. But it was at least a bridge. He plodded steadily on. Towards midnight he heard the second river ahead of him. He heard it from far away, a steady roar of flood. When he came out on the shore, he saw it. A big hat of snow must have melted yesterday, and here it was. From bank to bank the river foamed. He looked for the bridge, it was not there. So now, how to cross? There was not a chance to swim. Even alone he could be lost. Perhaps among the wreckage of the bridge there was a way. Sher Singh gathered grass and plaited it into a rope. He tied the rope around his brother and himself so they would keep together. Then he entered the water just above the bridge. It was so cold that he could hardly keep his hold. He did not know if his brother lived or died, but he kept the child's head above water and inch by inch moved along. He was deaf, blinded, frozen, and tired, but he went on and on. Then the river seemed to lose power. They were through. After that Sher Singh did not know what happened. He was walking on and on. There was a road. There was a better road. Far away in another world there came sounds heralding a village. Suddenly, somehow people. After that, the next he knew they were in a bullock cart, then a truck. Where have you come from, boy? Laldwani, you carried him alone across the river in flood. They were at the hospital. Sher Singh always felt shy of big buildings. He did not go in. Much later, the doctor came out on the veranda and said, "You are the boy who brought the child in from Laldwani." Yes, then a smile broke all over the doctor's gentle face. "Sher Singh Bahadur," he said, "your brother will live. Come and see." Let's come to word meaning. Worse means very bad condition. Several means many. Wring means to twist or squeeze. Rags means old clothes. Resort means doing an unpleasant work because of no choice. Doomed means expected bad future. Beaters means those who beat drums to disturb animals. Sweat means liquid which comes from skin. Jostle means pushing in crowd. Sequel means loud noise. Tusker means an animal with tusks. Hesitated means stopped or slowed in talking or work. Fright means fear. Snorted means noise made by animal. Trumpeted means sound that is made by elephant. Flimsy means thin and transparent. Gravel means small stones. Plodded means walking in tired condition. Steadily means in continuous way. Foamed means leathered. Wreckage means damaged remains. Now come to comprehension exercises. Come to A. Here you have to answer the following questions orally. Now come to B. Here you have to take the correct answer. How did Sher Singh take his brother to Kalghat? Carried him on his back. Why did Sher Singh glance around uneasily on his way to the hospital? He saw bear tracks. Why did Sher Singh breathe a prayer of thanks? The elephants had run away. Why was the second river flooded? A big head of snow had melted. Now come to C. On the basis of chapter, you have to answer the following questions. Now come to learn words. Here we have to match the words in column A with column B. Thick bow, long ribbon, tall boy, fat cow, high chair. Now we have to use these words to complete the following sentences. The tall boy plucked the oranges easily. The high chair is meant for tall people. The fat cow stood on the road and disturbed the traffic. She used long ribbon for the ribbon dance. My younger brother decided to leave the thick book on my table as it was very heavy. Now come to learn grammar. Here you have to fill the blanks with two correct words from the box and then complete the sentence. The sailor was going to sail his ship, but the storm forced him to cancel his plan. Janet wanted to keep her promise, therefore she did not utter a word. Sangeeta wanted to speak to the teacher, but the teacher was busy. The students could not do anything to convince the teacher. The eagle dived down to snatch my lunchbox. I tried to fix the appointment, but my boss did not allow me to do so. Now look at the sentences. Here, the highlighted word is a noun. And here, the boat sails on water. The highlighted word is a verb. Now here we have to tell whether the highlighted words in these sentences are nouns or verbs. This one you have to do yourself. Now come to learn to talk and listen. Here you have to tell what do you like about this story. You have to discuss it with your partner. Now come to learn to write. I was walking in the woods when suddenly saw something strange on the path ahead. There were millions of tiny footprints coming out of the bushes, crossing the path and disappearing into the bushes on the other side. I had some free time, so I decided to follow the footprints. This one you have to continue and then write.